Welcome back to 13 News at noon. With COVID-19 cases on the rise, you might want to think about masking up again. The CDC says new versions of the Omicron variant are fueling a summer surge. As CNN's Nadia Romero tells us, more than 100,000 new cases have been reported every day nationwide over the last 2 weeks. And some experts say that number could actually be much higher.
New CDC data shows about a third of the U.S. population is now living in a county with a high COVID-19 community level, which means the agency recommends universal indoor masking. Counties coast to coast are on the list. New York City, an early 2020 pandemic hotspot, is in a high-level area.
Our goal is to make sure whatever we put in place is going to stem the infections, keep down our hospitalization, and most importantly, keep down those who die from COVID.
Johns Hopkins University reporting new COVID-19 cases rising slowly. 108,000 new cases reported every day over the past 2 weeks, up around 6% from the 2 weeks prior. The spread of COVID-19 causing concern in Los Angeles County, too.
It is looking more likely, as cases and admissions have continued to increase, that we'll enter the high community level designation later this month.
Plus, health experts warn data on the rise in COVID-19 cases may not tell the full story due to the widespread use of at-home test kits.
On the honor system, if you test positive, you don't show up. And so that's not showing up in the data. So there's certainly more out there.
A recent preprint study based on health records from the Veterans Administration shows that catching COVID-19 over and over again appears to increase the chances a person will experience new and sometimes lasting health problems after their infection. People who had 2 or more documented infections had more than twice the risk of dying and 3 times the risk of being hospitalized within 6 months of their last infection. On the vaccine front, on Thursday, the White House saying only about 2% of children under the age of 5 have received at least one shot of the COVID-19 vaccine, since the FDA gave emergency use authorization on June 17th for both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines. The 2 Omicron subvariants the CDC cites as the cause of the recent surge may partially escape the immunity produced by COVID-19 vaccines and prior infections. But experts say the current vaccines and boosters provide substantial protection against severe disease.
In fact, the World Health Organization says there has not been a rise in ICU admissions in vulnerable groups who've been vaccinated and boosted.